The show starts in 3, 2, 1. Welcome everybody back to the show. I got Elvin Roses here today, and look, man, I'm gonna keep it real with you. This should have happened a long time ago. In fact, I had it ready. But hey, we make mistakes. I made a mistake. I want to own up to it. And the good thing is that you're incredibly flexible as a human being.
Make it happen, you know, because you make time for things you will make time for. So, you know, keep that in mind. Keep that in mind.
Definitely,
for sure.
Definitely. How you doing, man?
Glad to be back. Glad to be back. To be honest with you.
Thank you, man.
Glad to be back. Honestly,
it's a real pleasure, man.
It was great to be back.
In fact, it's a gift, man. You know what I'm saying? To be able to share the moment with somebody else who also appreciates the moment, right?
Oh, for sure.
In fact, you have a song.
I do.
Called
All for the Moment.
Yeah. What is that song about?
It's basically just proving your doubters wrong. In a sense, just basically change the perspective of what you believe in, actually standing up for what you believe in. Basically, just get up, you know, and just make something out of yourself instead of trying to step back and think, oh, like I'm good where I'm at. Like you can do something about it. You know what I mean? Yeah. So yeah, I mean, I live by the moment basically when it comes down to the music. I'm just trying to make music and just step out and just get out of my comfort zone.
Yeah.
Like, for example, yesterday, man, I hit the studio actually. I have a song that I'm working on, and I actually did like a bit of like vocal singing on that, kind of like an R&B pop, you know, mainstream. And like I came out of my comfort zone, you know what I mean? Because that song was supposed to be a rap song, you know, fully, and it is. I still got some rap parts in it or whatever. But I mean, from switching to that, you know, to that rock genre as well, because I do that, you know, with the band, but also going back and then like my hip hop project with TRUECOA5T, and also me doing them on solo stuff, because for this month of March Madness, we're having new songs, you know, everyone's been dropping left and right.
Yeah. And
I'm not sure if I'm gonna be next or not, but I'm just preparing myself for that, you know. But yeah, I could tell you this, there will be a little bit of singing. It's a little like out of my comfort zone. I honestly was kind of like shook at myself listening to it, because I'm just like, dude, I don't really know what's going on right now, you know, because I just go in there and spend my bars. But now like I have a certain EQ on, I have you know, certain sounds change, switch up, and it's something I'm not used to. But I want to, you know, expand my mind a little more and just discover other genres as well. Because who knows? I mean, like I'm in the rock scene as well, but also going to the hip hop scene and doing all that, and then switching up to, in a way, it feels like it's a popular R&B type of the sound, you know. So I'm actually curious to see the end result myself, because I have a structure already. It sounds nice. It's my first attempt at something new, but you know, I mean, we got a lot of music coming out. So.
If you had to compare that style of R&B to another maybe popular R&B singer from either the past or current, how would you say that kind of like, what type of taste does it bring?
I don't know, I feel like it's got more of a, just it sound like, I mean, the song structuring sounds more like a Tyga type of style song, but at the same time, just like the vocal, I can't really pick out a vocalist, to be honest. Because I just hear myself, it's just like, oh, I know that's me. Yeah. But it's just, I can't compare it to someone else. I just know that it's me, but it does flow with like the like D.A. Doman producer and also Tyga. There's some similarities in that style. But the vocal range is different, you know. I wasn't expecting it coming from myself. And yeah, it's just something that's new to me, honestly. And then like as you said earlier about the All for the Moment, it's just that's a whole different experience as well. I'm a whole different person when I'm at the studio, when I'm, you know, grabbing the mic, and then I'm, you know, like spinning in a circle, you know, jumping up and down. Ask the guys, man, I'm just a ball of energy. I'm running there, I'm going this way, I'm going that way. Dude, I'm just full of energy when it comes to that. So that's an element that I'm glad I'm in, you know. Yeah, it's beautiful, to be honest. It's just, there's no rules, you know what I'm saying? So like we're practicing, but I mean, no pun intended, like it is all for the moment, you know, basically. But,
sure.
Yeah.
When did you get started? When did you start that craft of being a creative, of writing songs, writing poetry, maybe putting some beats alongside it?
For sure. I would say when I was in middle school, it was about the 7th grade, around there or so. I used to just write, you know. I used to just stick, you know, to writing. And then I used to just spit a few bars here and there out there, right? But like the ones who knew during that time, like my name was Lyrical Bones, so like for the ones that know, they know. You know, I was known as Lyrical Bones or in short Bones. But I also took that name from Bone Thugs, you know, because there's Crazy Bone, Lazy Bone, all these guys. I just kind of like the music as well. So I was really skinny at the time, and I was just like, I felt Bones. Yeah, no, yeah, it was that, you know, but it was just so generic to be called Bones. So I was like, I need something else. I want to be cool like these, you know, these guys too. So I'm like, all right, cool. I'm gonna get my name. So I was getting lyrical. I was posting that up too. Get lyrical. That was the thing. You know, it was just me growing up. But I was still writing. I was doing my craft, and as I continued, I was still at church during that time, and I ended up actually like picking up instruments. You know, I picked up a bass, picked up the drums. My drums was the first instrument I started playing, and that was awesome, man. I mean, it was something different. I didn't know how to play. You know, to be honest, I just grabbed the sticks. I would see the guy in church playing, so I would, you know, pick up the sticks, start, you know, just messing around. But as I continued, I just kind of fell in love with the craft. You know, I just fell in love with just being on the kit and being able to release that emotion. You know what I mean? So now, well, after a while, from the whole rap thing, I kind of stepped into a whole different like world of instruments.
Why did you do that?
I was just curious, you know. I was
just straight curiosity.
Yeah, I was curious. I'm like, man, it's just music in general. I've always had an ear for music, you know. But with that, it just caught my attention, and I just stepped up into a stage, and I just started playing a little bit, and you know, it just felt nice. So yeah, I mean, I started playing the drums during that time. The bass as well, and a bit of guitar, you know, like obviously I do vocals, just a little bit of every instrument, you know. I'm just curious.
Which one's your favorite instrument? Like the one that when you play, your heart just kind of flows with it the most.
I guess it's the vocals, man. When it comes to just the mic, to be honest, yeah. Like,
is it like a kind of like a, not in a bad way, but is it like a thing that makes you feel powerful?
To be honest, I feel like it's more of the freedom, you know what I mean? It's just more of the freedom, because I feel like sometimes we tend to be too locked up, you know what I mean? And then the fact that I'm able to be like, I guess, a little butterfly and actually fly when I got the time, you know, around. It's like, yeah, I can move and do something else, because before I was on the drums, so I would play and I would enjoy it, man, like just making the sound. I'd be the time, the tempo, I'd be the tempo basically, you know, so everyone would follow along and I was dictating the group. But I felt too limited, you know what I mean? Like I wanted to get up and move. There's a few drummers that do that now, but I mean, I just kind of stuck to the whole mic thing, and I just love running around, pumping up the crowd. This all came from going to shows too, you know. Yeah, to rock show. That's what really woke me up and just told me like, I want to do that. When I remember seeing this one guy named his name's Jason Butler, from the Fever, for this old band he had, Let Live. Man, that was a straight lifestyle, man. Those guys were going back and forth, just you know, it was nice. It was kind of punky, you know. But I remember still getting on stage or whatever. The guys, you know, he's got his mic in my mouth. I'm over here singing, you know, like my lungs out, singing every song. I get back on stage and I'm like crowd surfing, I'm stage diving. It was just an experience. I liked that. Sure. I liked that, you know. And then the fact that he was doing the same thing, because the moment the show started, like he picked up the mic and he was just like, all I heard was just a quick, it was that quick drum roll, and then the song started. Then the whole crowd started moving, and this guy like instantly hits maybe like 2 words, and then he jumps onto the crowd, and then like everybody's going the same, like everybody's losing it, and I was losing. I was like, yo, I've never experienced nothing. I'm like,
so
great, yeah,
I want this
instantly. So yeah, it's been something, because it's like I've always played something, but to look, I guess that band was the like the reassurance that I wanted to be a vocalist.
Yeah,
basically what I'm trying to say.
You know who's my favorite performer from recently? I know you know the band. They're called Rise Against.
For sure.
Dude.
Unique voice, yeah, definitely.
But you can tell that he's got something special.
Oh, definitely.
When he's performing,
he's great.
Because there's a lot of great singers, right? But sometimes you can tell like they're kind of like collecting a paycheck, or
yeah, for sure.
The passion, como que it's not there as much anymore.
No, I agree.
They've been in the game for a while. I mean, in fact, let me see. Later on that day, I saw Blink-182, and I love Blink-182.
There you go.
It was actually the Weenie Roast like 3 years ago.
Oh,
and
snap.
dude, like I love Blink-182, but they were just kind of like going through the motion.
Yeah.
You know, but we still had a good time. But dude, Rise Against, he was putting his fucking heart into that shit.
Yeah, for sure. Cause look, honestly, I seen Let Live for the first time there.
Who?
With it was the same band I was mentioning earlier.
Okay.
Yeah, I seen Let Live. It was this other band called Kill Switch Engage in between, and then we had it was the headliners, you know, which was Rise Against, and honestly, that was crazy, man. That was crazy. Like the fact, yeah, man, like picked up a guitar, he was singing his lungs out. And it's just bands like that too, you know, like their message too that they spread as well, you know.
Yeah.
It's
Overall,
political,
right?
It's beautiful because sometimes there's certain topics you don't want to talk about, and the fact that they bring those things to life and actually put it into music, that's, I mean,
You gotta respect it.
yeah, dude, it catches me. It catches me.
Yeah, like earlier,
Yes.
I on my social media, I quoted Tom Hanks. And Tom Hanks basically said,
Okay.
"Not everyone has to be political, but everyone should have values."
Correct,
right?
correct.
And so when I think about it, I'm like, look, I give people who do get political props
For sure.
because they're putting their careers on the line.
Definitely.
Right?
Definitely.
Like when you have like millions of followers, half of those followers are politically kind of not on the same page as you.
Of course.
Right? So if you stand for, I don't know, let's say pro-choice, right? For those of you that don't know what pro-choice is, it's basically people that say that women should have the right to abort if they want to, right? And other people are like pro-life, right? And that means that they're gonna be like, for whatever situation, you should never abort a fetus, right? Or whatever you want to refer to it. And so you take a stand on that question in your music, you've already kind of created some type of divide.
For sure.
Right?
For sure.
But hey man, you have to believe in what you want to believe in.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, people respect it. They do. I mean, well, there's a different type of view that respect it. Like, I'm pretty sure there's fans of Donald Trump that actually listen to Rise Against.
100%.
You know what I mean?
100%.
Yeah, but the thing is, it's just the fact that just music in general brings them together. So, and the fact that you're able to speak what you want to speak, I mean, it's respected.
Right.
It's respected.
Right.
I respect it.
For sure.
Yeah, I'm all down.
In fact, I bet you there's a lot of Donald Trump supporters that listen to YG, and you know
Oh.
YG got that.
Donald Trump, yes.
And it was dope. Right?
Yeah,
It's like,
nice. It's nice.
You know, like YG is one of those artists that I think is like simple, but they have something obviously, right?
For sure.
Whether it be street cred, personality, or whatever it is, it's dope, right? And people like gravitate towards it.
Definitely.
And you know, I think that's one thing that I really, really love about music is that you don't really have to do anything. Well, as a musician, you gotta create it, right?
For sure.
I'm thinking more of as a consumer, as a fan of music.
Okay, got you.
You don't have to do anything. You gotta just like, you sit there and you listen to it, and
okay, I understand.
it can totally change you as a person.
For sure. I mean, that's the reason why I started doing music in the first place. You know, for that same idea of just having to be, or like in other words, having to feel something that I don't normally feel. In that sense, being part of something that I like society doesn't give you the opportunity to have, you know. Sometimes you want to have like that family, you know, but sometimes you don't have it, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes there's people who you know, who bash you every single day, or like, you know, they have their struggles, whether it be at work, whether it be like, you know, whatever the case may be, you know, like you still have that, like the music, it just speaks to you. There's this quote, remember, like it was like when words fail, like I think music speaks. And it's like sometimes you don't have the voice to speak up for what you think. Yeah, music speaks basically. It's just a thing that just I feel like when words fail. I mean, yeah, music speaks for me sometimes, you know. Sometimes I don't have the words to say the things I want to say, but then there's a song that just relates to me, and it's just, you know, just I guess it makes me feel like I know what I'm doing, you know.
Elvin, when you start getting into your music, what is one of the things that really inspires you on the spot to say like, you know what? Boom, I want to get this done. But what inspires you to create your music?
What inspires me to create my music is just, I guess, the experiences I have. You know, like whatever comes my way. Whether I have a conversation with somebody, whether I was listening to a specific artist that day, or just depending on the weather, whatever the case may be. Sometimes, you know, like I'm just driving down. You know, I'm driving down to work or whatever. Sometimes like I just hear a beat and something comes to my mind. You know, it's just I guess it's just a moment of reflection when I'm in the car. And then just the ideas start coming to me, and then I just start, you know, I guess like I take notes of what it is, and that's just start making my music. But it's more about the experiences that actually come to your life, and also like I said, people you meet, you know what I mean? Because you learn from everybody, you know what I mean? So that's kind of where like inspiration comes from. Obviously, as artists, I feel like if there's rock music, for example, that I'm listening to, and I hear an artist, and I like what they're talking about, then sometimes I relate to it and I want to write about it. You know what I mean? So it's just a matter of how the feeling is. But overall, like music is gonna be released. You know what I mean? I still got that content coming in because of everything that's happening around me. It's definitely sometimes you gotta be like very observant of what's going on, you know, like in the world. So like you can be able to talk about certain things. You know what I mean? Not for example, like, I don't mean like, you know, going to someone's house and see what they got, but I mean more of like being outside and like actually paying attention to how the sky looks today. You know, because we're all stuck on our phones sometimes. We actually forget what life's about.
Your views become limited, right? Like,
for sure.
Like, it's kind of like in a sense like we like imprison ourselves with some of our technology.
Yeah, definitely. Right? Nah, definitely. I mean, it's not a bad thing because I'm always on my phone, but it's just like out of just content-wise and just trying to get on it. But there's times when I do catch myself and I'm like, man, you know what? Like, I'm not even living anymore. Yeah, get in my car and go drive.
Certain moments, right?
Yeah, it just catches you.
It's a weird thing, bro. It's really a weird thing. In the ideal world, I would get rid of my phone whenever I'm spending quality time with like loved ones.
Right. Yeah. Correct.
I want to get to that point eventually.
I agree.
Because it gives you full focus.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? Like, look, baby, right now, like we're gonna go out. I'm gonna just leave my phone in the car. You know, fuck the phone.
Yeah.
Because I love you this much.
Yeah.
But it doesn't really, like, you can still manage, bro, obviously, you know, like,
for sure,
you know, we've been managing thus far. I know one guy, dude, his name is Ozzy. I want to have him on the show one day. He's super dope, bro. I really recommend listening to that conversation when it happens.
Sure,
he's like one of those fools from the streets, bro, like straight up like OG gangbangers that turn into a healing individual.
Oh, wow.
And so those people are very inspiring.
Beautiful.
But anyways, he does this thing where, like, everybody calls him, but when he's at home, that's it. The phone is done. That's it. It's over. It's over. Why?
Disconnect.
Yeah, he says, dude, I put my phone away because I work so much that now it's time for me to focus on my wife and my kids. And and I was like, dude, honestly, bro, that is the dopest shit ever, because you're making a clear indication to your family that they're more important than pretty much anything that could happen on social media, emails, especially, right? Because when you work and you're some work don't respect your space, and they're sending you fucking emails all goddamn day.
Yeah, you're right.
At 2 in the morning, 3 in the morning, whatever, right?
Yeah.
So I was like, you know what? That's a great thing, guys. If you feel like you're one of those people that you really do feel like there's a problem, that might be something worth, you know, thinking about. I was like, dude, at this point, like, there's so many of us that are completely addicted.
Yeah.
I would say that I'm there.
Okay.
Like borderline, because addictions are things that start to hurt you.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. When it comes down to it's a good topic actually. You know, now that I mentioned it, I feel like we're stuck on you know, like on your phone too much. Sometimes you do get trapped in, like, to a point where it's just like you're just on it, like just 24/7. But it's up to a point where like a few weeks ago actually, I was working a little too much, and it just drove me crazy, man. I was just stuck on this music. I was stuck on my family issues. I was stuck on this, but I kept getting a phone call. I kept getting, like, you know, just text, you know, just left and right. And just the fact that I have my phone in front of my face, you know, it's just hitting me left and right, and it's just bugging me. And I just started getting tired. You know what I mean? I would go to sleep, and I'd feel overworked. You know what I mean? Because I was still consistently on the phone, and then because I worked on my phone.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's just like I was in there.
Yeah.
And yeah, something about it is just, I don't know what happened, but like I ended up crashing. And by crashing, it was more of a mental breakdown. You know what I mean?
Okay.
You know, to a point where like, I remember my girl came up to me and she's like, hey, like, what's wrong? What's going on? And I remember telling her, I'm like, yo, like, I'm tired. But she couldn't understand what, like, okay, but you've slept. I'm like, yeah, but I'm sleeping, you know, but I'm still working. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because I know that my phone's still ringing, my phone's still going. I still have all these projects to take care of. And then I tend to just focus on what the work was, that my mental health wasn't really going anymore. You know what I mean? So I hit I hit a wall, you know? So I crashed. And then, like, one thing when I'm going with this topic is just your mental health. Like, you gotta take care of your mental health no matter what happens. Like you gotta make sure that you take care of yourself, because there's other people who can't, like, speak up. That also leads to, like, you know, to depression, to suicide, and all these other things that can also, like, affect your life. And that's one thing that I've noticed too, just, you know, the fact that I was in that state where I was so overworked. You know, I forgot how to live. You know what I mean? I forgot how to breathe. You know what I mean? I'm able to walk around and see everything, but it's all in black and white, you know, because you already know exactly what, like, tomorrow's gonna look like. You know what I mean? So, it's the moment I actually just, just actually took a walk. You know what I mean? And actually just like stepped away from my phone. And I'm not saying that it's a bad thing to use your phone, but the way that I use it up to an extent, it's just like I'm on it. Whether I'm getting entertained, whether like I'm texting something, or whether I'm just working on my phone. I'm just too stuck on my phone to the point where I just can't see around me. And just like I said, I just hit a mental breakdown. I just crashed. This was a few weeks ago too. It just hit me. I'm just like, whoa, dude, like you gotta slow down.
You gotta create a system.
Yeah.
That allows you to flourish everywhere, right?
For sure.
Because our technology today, man, this is making life far more effective.
Definitely,
right?
Definitely.
Back in the days, if you wanted to be smart, you had to memorize everything, right? And that's just one type of smartness. Now, I don't really need to memorize anything.
Yeah.
Like literally, I don't have to memorize anything. I would just like Google it, boom, 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 boom. In 2 seconds, I'll have thousands of data banks of information, right? That I can just go ahead and quote, and I'll be pretty much 99.9% correct, right?
Yeah.
So I'm just like, I'm thinking about how life is changing rapidly right before us, and technology is at the forefront of that push.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like some people, especially my girlfriend, she thinks I'm crazy because I'm always talking about how in the future we're gonna merge with technology. Basically, like human beings are gonna merge with technology.
Yeah.
But I think it's gonna be sooner than most people think. Like some people will say, yeah, within 100 or 200 years. I'm thinking.
How soon? Yeah.
I'm thinking like.
I was gonna ask you that.
Realistically, like, I think within 50 years, we're gonna begin to have extra appendages that will be electronically controlled, technologically controlled. For example, just like in Star Wars, you remember when I think it was Luke Skywalker when he lost his hand? Well, he lost everything. He ended up turning into Darth Vader, right? But there was another person, right, that lost their hand, and then they're able to basically replace it with it's like a cybernetic like hand. And I think that's actually really, really closer than what most people think. Another one that's actually closer is this is called CRISPR. CRISPR is a company that genetically modifies human beings. Okay, and China's already experimenting on this.
Okay.
In fact, a couple years ago, they had their first genetically modified child born.
Oh, wow.
Right? And let's say 2018.
Man.
You know what I'm saying? It's already 2020.
Yeah.
The reason why the United States can't like really like experiment with so much in that field is because we actually have codes of ethics. Our scientists do.
Yeah, right.
Over there, everything goes. Right? So in a sense, they have an advantage.
Yeah, definitely.
The scientists are just like, imagine the mad scientist that, like Nikola Tesla, for example, right?
Okay.
He was mad and a scientist, lonely, worked by himself, but he essentially created what we know today as like electricity, right? And so it wasn't until later on where like Thomas Jefferson, right? It was Thomas Jefferson that created the light bulb?
Yeah, I think so.
Or stole it, right? Did you ever watch that episode of The Simpsons where basically like Thomas Jefferson? No, Benjamin Franklin.
Right? It is Benjamin.
He has like there you go. Fuck! It was not Thomas Jefferson. It was Benjamin Franklin. Right?
Yeah, spot on. Yeah. It's
So basically, what happens is that sometimes there's other people that create things.
Yeah.
But then there's like the entrepreneur, sneaky bastard somewhere
who
that
just wants the idea, right?
Like gets their idea, modifies it, and patents it, and that's it. Game over.
Yeah.
In fact, I just want to talk about Nikola just a little bit because what Nikola did was so revolutionary, right? In the sense where he created something revolutionary for all of humanity. He did not want to patent it. He wanted it to just be accessible to all of humanity, kind of like water, right?
Okay.
And it just kind of goes to show, right, that sometimes the people that have the best hearts are some of the people that get done the most dirty, And and it's really sad to me because it's like you're not rewarding the kind-hearted people for their kindness.
Right.
Instead, we reward the shitty people that are greedy. And so that's just kind of like a rant that just came out of nowhere, but I want to give a shout out, man, I guess, to people who have a kind heart.
Yeah, definitely.
Because, we don't have enough of that in our society.
We need it.
Earlier you were talking about suicide, You know, suicide prevention. Why is that a topic that is very like significant to you?
It's just, I guess, when it comes to just suicide in general, I mean, everyone has a choice, but there's other choices when like your life is like, it's a beautiful thing, you know what I mean? So for you to have that be thrown away for like a problem, for not being able to speak up or having at least that comfort or at least that gratitude of someone being there for you, I mean, it's a sad case. So to me, it's, I mean, like I've been there before. I've been there, I mean, plenty of times whenever I've had struggles and, I mean, pain, and it's just, it's like a, like it's compared to a closet, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not gonna share in a closet, you just show it, you know? Like I'm in there in the dark, but like I'm just waiting to get picked up and put on. You know what I mean? And it's just the fact that it's a hard topic to, you know, to even bring up, but there's I guess two kinds of people that actually come up to this play, and it's the fact that like you have someone who's fighting for their life, and then you usually have that person who just doesn't, you know, that I guess doesn't have that entry, you know what I mean, or just doesn't have the support. I spoke to you, you know, a while back about my friend actually, about his cancer actually. I have a friend, his name is Darren. He's actually, you know, he's part of the band, and he had cancer at the age of, he was about 15 or 16.
Shit, I can't even imagine being a child with cancer.
Young guy. And the thing is, during that time, well, like he's my best friend, and during that time, he had flew back to Indianapolis over some other, you know, problems or whatever. But then he came back, and then like I ended up getting a call from his dad, and his dad was telling me, hey, you know what, like, okay, Darren's coming back, and yeah, but he's not gonna come back, you know, to hang out the way he's gonna hang out with. And I also spoke to Darren over, you know, at that time it was MySpace too. I think it was
Damn, the OG MySpace. Yeah. When you had the top fours or the top
eights. Exactly, with your little song playing in the middle. It's cool. Yeah. But yeah, and it's like he hit me up, and I'm like, okay, cool, you know, we'll see you. But when he actually showed up, I seen him in a hospital bed, and he was there. I just couldn't believe it. I was happy to see him. You know, we were gonna play ball during that time, but I mean, when he was laying down in that bed and with that cancer, it just kind of hit me in the heart, and I mean, it broke me to see him that way. But the fact that I seen him losing his life was something that really affected me personally, and the fact that he was fighting for his life, you know, it's what more that stood out the most to me. And like, I guess the fact that just trying to compare that, you know, to someone who's actually in that state of cancer, right? Like that cancer in him was basically it was more like an internal cancer, you know, that was running through it said like his blood actually, you know what I mean? So it was running through his body, but also like the cancer that we get from our minds, you know, that is affecting us to a point where it's like, wait a minute, like I'm in the same position. Like, yes, he's in pain, but I'm also in pain mentally. But he's fighting for his life, and I'm trying to give up. You know, there's two different people, but the fact that when you have that kind of support from someone, for example, during that time, like, I'm not trying to praise myself or anything, but I was there consistently with him in the hospital. I was there, man, like whenever I could, every weekend after, you know, just after school. Every weekend from opening time to closing time, I'd be with him, just, you know, just spending my time, because I wanted him to have a support, because he was my best friend. You know, I missed the guy, and to have the opportunity, you know, to have him around was beautiful. But I've been talking to the doctors were saying that his days were coming, you know, and by that I mean he just wasn't, like, the battle inside him wasn't fully being won. So it was up to a point where it just really affected him mentally. It affected everybody basically. This is a conversation we all had amongst ourselves before we even, you know, had a conversation about him, because we wanted him to keep fighting the fight. But yeah, one day I just ran out of things to do, or like how the hell, because my comfort was enough. So, but for some reason, it's funny. This part's always the unbelievable part, you know. I just thought, like, it's every time I say this story, this is the part where I want y'all to understand that this is all based on faith, you know. It's something that I still up to this day do not believe. I don't know how things happen. It's just, I guess you just gotta have that faith and believe that things will happen, just like your dreams and everything else. So like with him, like I remember calling one of our friends from church during that time, and he was like this prophet, like healer type guy. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's really interesting, right? Because you hear that someone's a prophet or a healer, and right away you're thinking, "Damn, drugs are good."
It's bogus, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, dude, I want to be smoking what you're smoking or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Dude,
like share some.
It's crazy, man. Right. Yeah. So I mean, because I've seen certain things, I still don't believe it or whatever. But I had no option, man. I had no option. Like I felt like I had, you know, like, I guess my support was something, but I wanted something greater. You know what I mean? Since he was closer to that higher being, as you know, whether you believe in a God or not. For us, the higher being, you know, we were trying to search for Jesus during that time. And then the thing is that like just being a prophet and a healer, he has some type of connection. You know, my belief during that time. And I spoke to him like, yo, so something's going on, my boy. He has cancer, and I don't know what else to do. Can we pray for him? Can we do something, at least, for a chance of hope? I feel like that was what I was seeking, some type of hope. And he tells me, my pleasure, let's set up a date and let's go and let's go to his house, let's pray for him. So just to fast forward the story, okay, so Darren was brought back. He was from the hospital back to his home because the doctors didn't want him being at home anymore, at the hospital anymore, because it was, it was affecting him.
Before, right?
Yeah, so they were basically having him, back home, just having him feel like he was back, And yeah, so one night we showed up, and I showed up with the guy, and like I said, I remember pulling up to his house, and I'm like, what's up, guys, what's going on? This is such and such. I presented him, and then his dad looked at me kind of like,
he's like, wow,
this guy. But at this point, the fact that they could see the desperateness that we had, like we were very, we were just desperate, just to see a change, and fuck it, why not? So we all got together with the family, like it was his stepmom, his dad, it was him, on the couch just like us right now, and we're standing up, we're praying, and then because the guy says, let's pray. So we start praying, we start doing all these things, and it's crazy, and it's just something special is going on, like everyone's into it, everyone's still trying to find a way to help this guy, to cure him, you know what I'm saying? But before that, he had told me in the car, he was like, tonight your friend, he's gonna be cured. We just gotta believe. Yeah. And I'm in disbelief still. So I'm going in there all like, thinking to myself, I don't believe in what I'm doing right now. I don't believe in the person I'm with. I don't believe in most of the things, but just the chance of just having some type of hope. You know what I mean? So like in a sense, I feel like I was being cancerous too. You know what I mean?
Because like, you didn't have the mindset that
exactly
you needed to be in that place.
So I'm lost, but the thing is, I still had that little, like that bright light that was still shining, saying, "Hey."
Somehow somehow you could never really let go of the hope that brought you there in the first place.
Yeah, correct. And then my family comes from a Christian background, so it was just something my mom has always has told me, just to be hopeful, look up to God, and just find a way. And like I said, fuck it. I pulled up to his house and we started praying for him. As we're all praying for him, going back to that. So like as we're praying for him, we're we're crying left and right. We're just speaking to God. God help us, this and that. And then I'm getting desperate. I'm getting desperate to this point where I have no idea what the heck is going on. But the guy comes up to me and then he tells me, he's like, hey, so do you believe that Darren will be cured tonight? And I'm here in shock, I'm gonna fix myself, man, because this thing's, man. I'm gonna be straight up with you. It's still unbelievable to talk up to this day. Every single time I bring up this topic, it's incredible. But I was in shock, and I'm like I don't know, I was like, no, well, believe in it. That God's gonna do something special for you tonight. And I had no option, man. So I took his word for it, and I just started praying. And I remember it's crazy because he told me to put his hand up. Well, it was my hand on top of his head, and then we started praying for him. And as I kept going in, I kind of just let go. And I just told God, I was like, hey, he's too young for this, you know. I don't want him to pass away. He's my best friend. He's too young for this. I don't know what I'm doing right now at this moment. I don't even know if I fully believe this is gonna happen. Because it's a cancer. To me, I just feel like it's something that would just fade away. That would take him away. And I'm just losing hope. But if you could do me one favor and you can give him some of my life at least. If you can have that portal at least go and have him be the person, like to take some of my life at least. Like I'm willing to give that up for him and for him to see something beautiful happen to his life and to continue living, you know? Just stop here. I'm not a healer, all right? That's something I want to throw out there because people are probably gonna throw me out and be like, "Yo, this guy's full of shit."
Yeah,
I'm full of shit. So I'm gonna be straight up, not a healer. I don't have anything in me like that. I don't possess any sort of powers. This is just something that
it's just like a freak thing.
Yeah, it's crazy. Just like even talking about it. Sometimes I even still don't believe it myself. But I can tell you this: like the moment I kept praying and believing what I was saying, I was able to feel a hand on top of me, and like my hand felt heavier. And something weird about it was the fact that like I ended up opening my eyes and I didn't see anything. It was just my hand. So I closed my, like my eyes back real quick. I'm
right.
Like, oh snap! What the hell? I'm like, okay, like I'm going with the flow. I'm going with the flow. And as it's going, out of nowhere I hear Darren screaming, and then he's like, I'm cured. I'm cured. I'm cured. I'm cured. I feel. I'm cured. I feel. And I'm in. Dude,
so there, and he just kind of like starts to feel an immediate change,
like change in like in his body frame and just everything, like inside him. He started moving around a little more, and he's like I'm cured, and then he just started speaking in like some tongues or whatever. I open my eyes.
Are you fucking serious?
Crazy. I look at this guy straight up, and I'm just looking around at his dad, looking around at this guy. The prophet guy. I'm looking at him. I'm going around. I don't know what the heck is going on right now. I don't know what the hell is going on right now. I'm as shocked as, dude. It was like a birthday surprise. You know when you pull up to your house and, oh, hey, happy birthday. I was like, yo, this is crazy. I was like, yo, I had no idea.
Okay, I'm sure it's a lot bigger than a birthday surprise.
No, for sure, because it's someone getting cured. But it's like, yo, but the fact that I just showed up, and, well, like God showed up and I was there to experience something through my faith and something I didn't believe could happen. Kind of like someone's mind, you know what I'm saying? For, like in a way of like saying, I'm trapped in my own mind. No one loves me. No one cares about me. No one has this. No one has that. Bro, like, I mean, people love you. They care about you. Whether it be the police person you expect, just with a little hype, that can make somebody's day. You know what I mean? And then the fact that, just going back to him, the fact that he was cured at that moment, and I'm saying at that moment, because the thing is, before that, he wasn't, like, he was not able to eat. He had a lot of phlegm in his throat. So he could barely eat anything, he couldn't even swallow anything. He was barely even able to breathe, But once this whole situation, was done, and then everyone's in shock. The dad's looking at the situation like, yo, this guy's cured. Like, no,
you're like bullshit.
No, of course,
the doctors for years have said that he's sick.
Of course. So then it comes down to it where, the stepmom's looking the same way. They're all confused. They're all trying to understand what the hell's going on. And I mean, it's unbelievable, but it turns out that, like, right after that situation happened, the next day, he was able to, grab his soup, and he was able to start sipping again. He was able to consume his first meal. His first meal. And then slowly, little by little, they started seeing a change. And they went back to the doctor, and the doctors were like, I don't know what you guys did. I don't know what happened. But you know what? I mean, better days are coming.
Yeah.
And up to this day, I mean, he's up around, he's doing well, he's got his girl, he's got his family, he's out there living his life and, trying to make something out of himself. It's a second chance. And out of my perspective, I want to tell everybody as well that everyone has a second chance in life, whether it just be you struggling with a situation or whatever the case may be. You stand for something, and you're able to prove the doubters wrong and prove yourself wrong first, Look in the mirror and tell yourself that you're able to do the things that you're not capable of doing. I can tell you that straight up. I'm one for myself. I mean, I can't speak if I don't live it. That's something my dad always told me. He's like, man, I don't preach because I don't live that shit. I'm like, man, all right, man. I'm like, dude, like you're always going to church. Always going to church.
Yeah, but I don't.
But I never preach. Yeah, you know, but like I never see you preach. He's like, bro, like I don't live what I, what he's preaching.
He's just being honest.
But that's the realest shit I've ever heard. The thing is, it's like he's able to understand, like the situation that he's in, and then like, dude, mentally he's doing well for that same reason because he knows where he's at. So then the fact that going back to this, I feel suicide is just something that, in my opinion, should not be the way. So like, go talk to anybody, no matter who it is, whether it be a friend. If you don't know anyone, like at least speak up or just talk to yourself in the mirror and tell yourself what's going on. So just speak, just that positive energy and bring it up to yourself to understand that you can actually make a change in yourself as a person. I don't push suicide, but if you ever need something or it feels like it's going to that route, I just say just call someone. Doesn't matter who it is. Doesn't matter who it is. So then, like you were saying earlier, we actually we need a better world. We need more nice people. We need some of that nice kind of people that can, just with a quick hello. It's more enough.
Shout out to Mormons.
Shout out to Mormons.
Dude, they're some of the kindest dudes
for sure,
and women I've ever met in the streets, right? Like, damn, bro, that's kind of weird.
No, for sure, but it's a positive energy. I feel you should take whatever, like, I'm not saying, like, to be a certain way, but I'm gonna tell you this, like, just, it's like, it doesn't matter your religion, doesn't matter your race, doesn't matter your culture, doesn't matter none of that. Just for you to be able to acknowledge people, it's more than enough. And by acknowledgement, like I can tell you, there's probably some Instagram model right now who's crying her heart out.
Straight up.
Who's crying who's like in her room crying out, and then later on posting up a selfie on the sink. Like, straight up. But you know what? I'm not gonna judge that person either for the fact, because I don't know what they're going through. You know what I mean? But sometimes attention, sometimes you gotta look at it and like you gotta be there for that individual. You know what I mean? Well, it's not the good thing or a bad thing. Sometimes you do need like some form of acknowledgement. To understand that you're there. That you matter. You know what I mean? And just by saying, like I said, like a quick hello turns the day. Like, dude, I'm at work and then like I'm driving a golf cart. Because I work at the well, I don't say where I work actually. But I'm gonna say that when I'm on my golf cart delivering or whatever, I'm just driving around and there's people who are walking by. Good morning. Hi, how you doing?
It makes you feel good, doesn't it?
I'm like, yo, like I exist. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, that feels nice. And it's just for people who don't get that, or who are like I guess in their well, this is a bad word to use right now at this time, but it's like you quarantine yourself basically. You know what I'm saying? It's like you're not able to have that freedom. You know what I mean? To actually
feel alive, to express yourself.
Yeah, man.
Because I feel like when you smile at people from a genuine place, you're kind of allowing them an opportunity to get to know you in a sense.
Yeah, definitely.
Right? Because, just earlier I was hanging out with one of my boys, and he's very reclusive. He doesn't like to be around people, and he purposely creates a lot of walls. Like he's a very tough guy. He's like super swole. He's very like mean faced. He has a full-grown beard, long hair, and he does it on purpose. He doesn't want people to approach him.
Well, yeah,
and that's his style, and he's doing wonderful in life.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But when people do the opposite of that, for example, not necessarily so much. I don't want to focus so much on the appearance.
Correct.
I want to focus more on like your demeanor, right?
Right.
Like when you walk around and you're like looking at people and you're like smiling at them and you're like saying good morning, wonderful. I hope you have a wonderful day.
You're approachable.
Exactly. You're kind of initiating something.
Yeah.
Right. You're saying like, hey, I'm willing to get to know you.
Right.
If you give me some of your energy back.
Right.
But let's say I'm walking around, got my hood on, I'm just going like this, talking to people. Now people are like, damn, like that fool's got some shit, Like,
he's going to say.
Don't want to be around him, right? But
for sure, it's
possible too that the smiling person is going through something themselves.
Definitely. I feel those are the ones that hide it the most. Those ones hide it the most. Honestly.
I mean, look at a brilliant comic that died a couple years ago. That died by suicide. Robin Williams. Robin Williams, dude, genius. I'm talking about when I see his comedy today, I crack the hell up, sure, and I'm just like, this guy was a magical human being.
For sure.
Dies by suicide.
Yeah. Unexpected.
How, you know what I'm saying? Like, I love that story that you told earlier about your friend, right? Because it kind of gives us hope.
Yeah.
Like, if you're thinking about dying by suicide, I can't tell you what to do, but what I can say is, if you dug it out, you might just someday see the light at the end of the tunnel.
For sure. I mean, this quote I live by too is like, if you're going through hell, keep going. And I added this little extra part. I mean, like eventually you'll get out. You just gotta go through it, man. It's just a struggle, just like anything you go through, anything. That's just life in general. Sometimes you're mentally, you're weak. Sometimes you're spiritually weak. Sometimes you're physically weak. You know what I'm saying? But you just gotta push through it. You just gotta push through it. But yeah, I just feel like when it comes to suicide, though, it's just like, I guess it's hard to talk about it, and actually tell someone how you feel. But I would say just start with yourself. Acknowledging your position. Where am I at this moment? You know what I mean? Like, forget the why yourself. Forget the why, just I guess forget about the good and forget about the bad and sit down and just reflect. What am I doing to myself? It's like, where am I at right now? Like, where do I want to be? Do I see a future? Do I see my past? Or is it my past that's stopping me from getting to my future? So, with that said all alone, just stare at the mirror or just sit down on yourself and just reflect. Whether you pray, whether you meditate, whether you just want to talk to yourself out of the blue, just make sure that you just acknowledge exactly where you're at. And actually just take one moment, you know what I mean? Like, just forget all the bullshit and stuff. Like, just don't have people telling you, oh, hey, do it this way, do it that way, because like, I'm just giving you advice. You know what I'm saying? But what's worked for me personally has been that just acknowledging like where I am at the moment. Where am I? Where am I right now? I don't think I'm good mentally. Okay, now work on something else. But there's so many things that are running left and right, right? So what you gotta do is just sit down for a second and just work with one. Just one thing, because too much is overwhelming. You know what I mean? Like, I have a problem here, I have a problem there. You can just put it to the side. Just fix that first and get yourself going. But just evaluate yourself as a person and see exactly where you're at. Once you do that, you'll understand exactly where you should be heading, or like at least have an idea of where you're supposed to go. Just saying mentally or whatever you want to do, because this could be anything, man. Whether it be like me trying to go to the gym, man. Dude, I've been trying to go to the gym. Like, I'm there consistently for a month, and out of nowhere, I'm like, stop, back. I'm like, dude, I'm done.
But the idea of like wanting to create habits, like life-term habits, is a lot harder than most people think.
For sure.
My rationale behind that is that, like, I'm 26 years old. That means that I have to fight against 26 years of habit making. Yeah. And I want to change that in a month? That's ridiculous.
It's hard, man.
Although some people say that it literally takes about 30 to 40 days. Okay. Let's say 3 weeks to 5 weeks to create a solid habit.
Okay.
You're still fighting against years and years and years of socialization.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? When I was a little kid, bro, by nature, by how I was born, I was full of love. Just, that's what I was all about. Naturally, nobody told me to do it. That's just what I was doing. But then I was thrown into society with all the fucking wolves, right? And there was all these maniacs ass kids, bro, that were, I don't necessarily think that they were evil, but I think they might have had like rough environments that made them think like that. Yeah. So,
like all the defense.
Kids started fighting me. Yeah. Punching me. And then I remember like crying and being like, fuck, like that hurt. Yeah. Eventually, I was like, I don't want to be hurt again. So my outward love, in a sense, to learn how to survive in our society, I had to suppress it. Okay. And it's a terrible thing that I had to do, but at the same time, I had to do it for survival purposes. For sure. I suppressed it, and I recreated another self that on the outside kind of like a porcupine, you know, like
Okay,
you know not
yeah,
to touch
for
them
sure, for sure,
because if
yeah,
you do,
yeah.
you're gonna get hurt,
Nice,
right?
that's
So
technology.
so I had to do that for myself,
Yeah.
and so now at this age, I want to go back. I want to go back to who I was,
Yeah.
but now I'm having such a difficult time because I kind of made myself again, right? And this new person was like, I'm gonna defend myself, I'm gonna fight, I don't give a fuck,
Yeah.
like that type of shit. And then now I'm like, well, you know what? I want to go back to being loving. I want to go back to being kind. I want to go back to all those different things, but learn how to defend myself,
Right.
right? So that when that person is not able to understand me, when that person is not able to meet me where I'm at, when that person wants to act like a fucking piece of shit, they want to fight, then I can stand my ground.
There you go.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah.
And that's why I think it's so important for all sorts of people to learn means to defend themselves, whether it be martial arts, whether it be kickboxing,
Sure, yeah.
whether it be boxing, whether it be
I
jiu-jitsu,
agree.
judo. There's all these things that I think everyone should do. And imagine this: if you knew that someone in the street knew how to fight, and you knew how to fight, would you want to fight them?
Oh, nah.
Probably not.
Nah, because you don't know how it's gonna end. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
I could win, but I mean, I'd probably be messed up by the time I'm done with this.
Definitely.
So I mean, why take the risk? Right?
Exactly.
Straight up,
So
straight up,
you
straight
know,
up.
for one, man, it's super important, man. It's super important to just like take care of yourselves. But it reminds me back to that, you know, like I think most of us are born innately good.
For sure.
You know,
For sure.
But man, the world is crazy, bro.
It is.
In
It is
every
hella
single
crazy,
level, man.
No, for sure, man. I don't even want to get to that whole crazy topic either, man. Because you know what's going around.
It'll just spiral out of control.
Oh my God. Just say.
You're passionate about helping out your community.
I am. Yeah.
Where does that stem from?
That stems from just the idea of I feel growing up, just seeing my environment, just basically where I live in. You know what I mean?
Where did you grow up?
Right here down the block, South Central.
South LA.
South LA. You already know. I was born there, but I'm in a very hectic area. You know what I mean? Yeah. You can definitely feel oppression if you're aware to it. You know what I mean? Like definitely feel the oppression when you have to watch your back and be paranoid. You know, that's the things you gotta talk about. If you're from the area, that you kind of just adapt and just live your life the way it is. But for someone who doesn't know how things are over here, it's like, yo, they're like, yo, man, it's kind of crazy.
Fool, you're lacking some awareness, man.
straight up. But it's I don't know, to the fact that I actually work somewhere else, right? Like I work somewhere in Hollywood, and being in Hollywood, it's like there's certain areas that are obviously
rough.
But there's some where I just ride by and they're really nice.
Right.
Like they're really nice. I'm going by and then I can see it being gentrified too. There's certain areas where I'm like, wow, this is gonna change. And the thing is, that's not the change I'm looking for, though. You know what I mean?
What is the change that you're looking for?
Just a change in that. I just feel like the fact that they have other things too. You know what I'm saying? Like it's the way the community is. For example, I don't condone the whole look. I don't mind people going to gangbangers or whoever it is, tigers or wonders, whatever you want to call them, go up and the spray paint all over a property or whatever. I feel like if you want to do it, cool. But there's certain areas where you can. For example, like if you want to, just draw a piece. I mean, if you go around East Los or go around South LA too, there's certain murals that are up, and they're beautiful, man. They're beautiful, and you're gonna admire that. Yeah. So I mean, if you want to do that, you can. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel that's something that those communities don't have. You know what I'm saying? There's some type of a swag, some type of
they're
life
lacking that creativity that just blurts out of the cement, right? Like it's just there, beautiful.
Yeah, it's just colorful. I'm just saying, as oppressed as I may be bringing South LA, there's also beauties in it as well. Because you start growing up from something,
beauty and struggle.
Yeah, exactly. From something to nothing. No, from nothing to something actually. And it's like. I love where I live as well, but at the same time, I would want to give back more to my people. Some people need more knowledge as well. I'm learning as I go. I'm not the brightest guy either. I wasn't a straight A student. I could tell you I was a C down, But when it came out to the street, I mean, man, dude, I know exactly what to do. I know exactly how to stand my ground. You know what I mean? But having that knowledge in your head to be able to just give back to the people, for example, this is probably a heads up just so you guys know. Right now I'm talking with TRUECOA5T, which is on my rap group as well. We're a 5 collective. That's True Coast with a 5 as the S. You know, just the ones that don't know. We actually stand for that. You know, like we stand for it's basically unity, community, and change. You know, and that's basically what it is. You know what I'm saying? We strive from the West Coast. We also want to bring that to the East Coast, but all together, you know, as a union, it's basically True Coast. You know what I mean? And with that, just with a heads up, just so you guys know, like we're trying to, you know, it's crazy, but through that group, we want to be able to give back to the people as far as, for example, like toy drives, be able to have little raffles for certain individuals, be able to just give just because, you know, like a while back, I had this thing. Last year I missed it. But I had this thing with my boy Darren as well. It was our chocolate. No, sorry, it was our hot chocolate run. You know. So for the ones that don't, look, for the ones that do know and like watching them, then dude, it was awesome. It was a great time. Like, I would go around and I would go on my live on Instagram, and I'd be like, I'd just have a conversation with these people, just talk, and they want to be like, hey, you know, who wants a hot chocolate? I'll just go, you know, go to Starbucks, pull up, or go wherever I was at.
Random spots?
Just random spot. And then if they said me, I would pull up to their pad or pull up somewhere and meet them up and then give them a hot chocolate, take a picture, and there you go. I like, that's dope. They have things to prove. Yeah, so like, yes, I was giving that back, and then the fact that just the smiles I put on people's faces. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, you know, it's crazy.
A genuine smile has no price.
No, do that at all, man. Like, I'm telling you. I'm talking with this guy. We're just recording everything. Like as we're going, recording where we're going. Once we got to the certain location, we'll turn off the.
Yeah, you don't know where to live.
Of course, you know. So we'll shut it off, and then we'll just have our conversation. Genuinely, phones are all out, and then we're talking. Hey man, how you been? Hey, what's up, girl? What's up? You know, what's good? And they're just like, yo, like
it's weird. It's like, weird, right?
What are you doing out here? It's like, yo, this is gonna hit the spot. And it was during Christmas time. It was my Christmas time. You know?
So it was good old jolly time.
Yeah, dude. And I was playing some heavy metal, like, you know, just Christmas music, you know, so I was going around, jingle bell, all the way, you know, I was going all the way through, yeah. But I was giving back, you know what I'm saying, so it's just the fact that, it's just like, our community needs more of that, you know, like, we need more of that little spark, you know what I'm saying?
More of people who are doing great things, coming back and sharing those gifts.
Yeah, and also, like, you know, for the fact of not expecting something in return, because I wasn't expecting anything else.
So key.
I wasn't expecting anything, you know, I did it just for the fact that I wasn't in the right state of mind, but damn, you know what? Like, I mean, I just wanted to feel some type of way. But then the fact of seeing other people happy made me happy, you know what I'm saying? So I think it was contagious, man. I just pull up, and I'm like, yo, what's going on, guys? Here's chocolate. Once we were done, we'll take a picture, record a little bit, just so you know what's up, and you would see it.
Yeah.
So then it's crazy. People started getting on the live, you know, just to see if it was true. And it was happening. There was a few winners. There's one time where I did like twice. It was 2 people in one day. And they were just like, yo, this is cool. Like, I was going left and right. I was willing to drive anywhere throughout the LA County. And then, like, it's funny because we talked to my homie there, and we're like, all right, dude, what if someone, you know, like a friend from San Diego hits us up and says, hey, me.
The chingaste.
Oh, shit, we gotta go, man. It's like, you know, like, we gotta go. It's like, all right, whatever. But just the journey of it. You know what I'm saying?
Right. So if you really enjoy that journey, it's worth it no matter where you go.
Dude, it's awesome. So what I'm saying is, like, when it comes to everything going around, like, you just want to give back, you know what I'm saying? Like, whether it just be with a smile, whether it be with something small, like, you know what I'm saying? It's just, I want to give back in any type of way. So, like, with True Coast, I know we're having a toy drive for sure. We're still trying to set that up, you know, one in the east side of Los Angeles, one in the south side of Los Angeles, and be able to just give back to these people, you know? And it's just something that I think it would be beautiful, you know, just to bring back the community. And it's just like, here you go, you know, kids, you know, for like just on a random day basis or even for Christmas time, we're still planning certain things, certain events. There's a lot more coming on for us, because as a collective, like, we make music for everybody. Some of them, you know, don't have the message you want to hear. Some of them do. Some of them, you know what I'm saying. But as people, you know, we're able to give back, you know, and we want to give back. There's this song I have out. It's called Right. And in the first verse, it's split between, it's me, Elvin Roses, and the homie Dom, which is Lamb 5, and he says, invest in the city, right? So it's like invest and give back, and it's a nice line that I enjoy hearing, you know what I'm saying? Because it just reminds me exactly of what we're doing this thing for.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, just just invest in yourself and be able to give back to the community. That's just something that we want, and I'm able to see that through other cities. You know what I'm saying? Like they have to, like, okay, I feel like a while ago, there's a certain community that came to South LA, and they were cleaning up, like just picking up trash, picking up a bunch of stuff, and basically making a good thing for our community. But I was thinking to myself, I'm like, we have other people doing that for us. You know what I mean? How come we can't do it for ourselves too? Like, I don't mind the help. I mean, I don't mind the help at all. Like, it's fine with me. But why do we have to depend on people, to actually
do
feed
this
us? You know what I'm saying? Like, when we live here, this is our home. Like, let's take advantage of what we have, man. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I still have my feet. And I'm able to walk. For those that can't walk, man, there's people who can't walk and are using some fake legs and they're still walking around and making a difference for themselves. I'm like, yo, if you can do that and I can't even do shit for myself, like, dude, it's terrible. So that's why, I just want to give back to the community, like, in that way, to be able to just show, like, an example of just learning. It doesn't matter if you didn't go to school. It doesn't matter if you're, if you have a bachelor's degree or a master's. As far as you have at least some type of knowledge, open up your mind and be able to understand. Let's let go of it's all about me. You know what I mean? Like, just coming into this show right now, like, I'm learning a lot. I'm still getting used to being on the camera, but I'm also learning as well as I'm talking to you. I'm able to understand and gain knowledge from you. So everything we spoke about today, I'm gonna take it back. And try to see how it impacts my life until I meet someone else that has another understanding and has another point of view for me to understand and give back. You know what I'm saying? So that you can give back in any type of way, whether it just be knowledge, whether it be with food, whether it be with toys, whether it be with money, whether it just be with a smile or a hug. We can give back, and that's pretty much what we want to do, as far as what I want to do as well. And it's just, it all starts with also investing in myself and then also saving money. You know what I mean?
Right.
So that's basically where I'm at with that topic when it comes to us giving back to our community. It just starts with us and making a difference in our community through us, amongst each other. And then, like, once it becomes a lot bigger, who knows? We South LA might end up being a lot bigger than, than the Hollywoods or like from the Anaheims or, what I'm saying, or like the Bel Airs or the Beverly Hills, This might be one of those places, but it might be just owned by the people.
Definitely.
You know what I mean?
When you were talking about how people come in and do things for you, it reminded me of an activity that I did one time with one of my students. It was my advisory students. And I started talking about, hey, what is an issue? What is an issue that pertains to you all? They're all talking about how dirty it is.
Yeah.
And have you ever been around the Jordan Down projects? The 103, you know where Jordan is at?
The high school, right?
Yeah. So there's projects right behind it.
Okay.
And fool, I shit you not, bro. I've never seen, I don't want to disrespect nobody, but it's really fucking dirty.
Yeah.
Like the backside, and like right between the school and the projects, there's a spot full where literally it's like people kind of like just don't care.
Yeah.
Just straight dumb. And my students and I, they were sophomores at the time, bro.
Okay.
I got them bags, bro, like big ass black bags.
Yeah.
And they got some gloves, bro. And we were out there for like 2 hours, bro.
Damn.
Just picking up trash.
That's awesome.
I actually have that. I have that video on my page. If you ever want to check it out, it's real short. It's like five minutes.
Nah, definitely.
The kids are collecting trash, and I asked them questions about how they felt getting into it.
Right.
Do they feel like they can make a difference?
Yeah.
Right. Things of that nature. But essentially, I feel like some people overall have kind of given up. And I'll tell you why.
Yeah.
When you look at your neighborhood and it looks like a dump, you're like, fuck it, it's a dump. It's so much easier to fill into it and just keep throwing shit than to say, you know what? I'm going to stop today.
Right.
And every piece of paper that I see from here on after, I'm going to pick it up.
Right.
And even though it might not change, it's not going to change everything.
For sure. But it's a start, though.
But it's a start, bro. It's a start. And maybe someone looks at me and then they're like, you know what? I want to be responsible and I'm going to keep my trash to myself. Right? And overall, bro, I've never been to a nice affluent area with trash. I've never seen that.
Yeah.
Never seen that before. Right? So I want to tell you guys, man, take some accountability for your own neighborhood. Right? Like sometimes we're victims and sometimes we just kind of ruin our own place.
No, you're right.
So it's kind of like even animals know not to shit in their homes.
Whew, that's true. That's true, man.
You know what I mean?
That's true, man. That's
so it's like I just
that's a fact. No, it's true, man. It's like, dude, why? It's like, why are you eating shit when you eat?
Exactly.
It's like,
Exactly.
man, that's so true though.
Exactly. But again, I think it's just it's so easy.
Yeah, definitely.
It's so easy to just do it. But I was really happy at the end, just to kind of conclude that message right there. It's like I was really happy with my kids because they wanted to clean, bro.
Yeah.
I didn't tell them. I wasn't like, all right, you know, on this day and this day we got a plan, and you guys have no choice. They had a choice.
For sure.
They chose to do that,
Exactly.
right? So that's why I love working with kids, bro. And you know, there's all these other opportunities. I could work with adults, but quite frankly, I feel like adults are kind of like not for the most part, because an adult can always change,
Right.
if they want to.
Right.
But they're so much more set in their ways.
Yeah. Sure.
And with youth, they're developing their ways.
No, I agree.
You know, so I don't want to change you, but I want to give you a perspective.
Yeah.
I want to have you have the ability to open your mind.
Yeah,
And
definitely.
to think for yourself.
For sure.
Like those two things is really my whole purpose, bro. With my show,
Honestly.
with me working with kids, like that's like what I've centered my life goal for now.
For sure.
Because when I was younger, I would think about how a lot of the issues that we all deal with was because of your own lack to be able to think, right? Why are we in a bad situation? Because you couldn't think.
Right.
Why are you voting for stupid people? Because you couldn't think.
Yeah.
Right? There's all these things, right, that just keep happening and happening and happening. And I'm
Yeah.
like, I want to do this so I can help people how to think.
Right.
You know what I mean? And I don't want to claim that I'm the best thinker because I'm not.
For sure.
Right? But I can think and I can think for myself.
There you go.
And that is absolutely beautiful. You touched on investing, right?
Investing.
And investing, man, is something that I've become quite fond of. And I'm not a real investor so far, like, cause I feel like when you're really investing, you're really making moves, right? And you're really not living as an employee, although you can if you want to, right?
For sure.
So
For sure.
I started using Robinhood.
Oh, okay.
Robinhood, the app.
Yeah, dude. Like,
And it's
guy
been,
just downloaded it too.
it's been really intriguing,
Cool.
bro, because in the past 3 weeks, the stock market, due to the coronavirus, has just tanked.
Now's your chance.
Whoa.
Like,
Just like about 2 days ago, it kind of went back up, right?
Yeah, but it's like
just be careful. It goes up and it crashes more.
Yeah,
And
like
it goes
I
up.
was looking at, I think it was Nike or whatever. It was up to like 100, right? And then it dropped down to like 70. It
Yeah.
dropped this whole time.
That's
I'm
a
like,
lot of
whoa,
money,
That's
bro.
a lot of money getting. Yeah,
When that dip happens, is a great time to buy. Because, dude, it's like buying it on special.
for sure.
You know what I mean?
For sure.
One of the homies hit me up, Louis, shout out Louis, Los Angeles Luis.
There you go.
He basically said like, hey, it's stock Black Friday.
Stock Black Friday.
Exactly. And it was so true, bro. Like all of our stocks that he and I have, like out of all my friends, it's just me and him that are in Robinhood. You know,
Okay.
actively investing because like, you know, the homies from the projects, bro. Like born and raised, you know. So if he knows, if people don't struggle, he knows struggle.
For sure.
You know,
for sure.
and so we've kind of come to this place where we're like, you know what? Fuck that.
Yeah.
You know, we're done. We're done with that. Like we're gonna figure it out, bro. like I promise you. You know, we're gonna figure it out.
Yeah.
We're gonna make a lot of mistakes, but you know what? Those mistakes are gonna fuel our success in the future because we're gonna learn. You know, and we're gonna throw ourselves in the fire, and the fire's gonna burn, but then we're gonna go ahead and develop thick skin.
There you go.
You know?
There you go.
And so I can even say this, I've lost hundreds of dollars.
For sure.
But the market will recover and I will recover my money.
Definitely.
And so what happened about 3 weeks ago was the market started going down.
Yeah.
Right? So I was like, ooh, I gotta buy. So I bought, like not a lot, but I bought, right? And so it ended up going even more down, like 10 times down.
Yeah.
So I was like, fuck, I should have just waited.
It's waited a
right?
little longer. Yeah.
But I already said to myself, in the game of investing, right? Because it's really just a game.
Yeah.
It's unfortunate to say it like that because some people are probably like, oh man, you think it's a game? Well, for me it is. Okay, so what I realized was that if I would have been a little bit more analytical, if I would have waited a little bit, I would have made a better deal.
For sure.
But regardless, I'm just gonna go ahead and separate myself from that emotionally because you're gonna lose when you're all emotional.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. So why is that important to you, bro? Why is that mindset? Why is that action of investing important to you?
I feel like it's just important for the fact that I have to, like with everything that I'm doing, like a lot of it comes out of my pocket. You know what I mean? Like it's just through my paycheck. It's just through my paycheck, and it's just sometimes it's not enough when you gotta take care of bills. You know, like we're all people. You know what I mean? So so I mean I got bills to pay. It's like if I don't pay my bills, then I mean
you can't do anything.
They can't do anything. Look, I have to pay my phone bill because if I don't pay my phone bill, I mean what am I gonna do? Like I work through my phone.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like I need to invest. But like before saying that though, you know what I'm saying? It's more of just the fact of me having to do so much. For example, I go to the studio and I pay a certain amount. It's sometimes, for example, like I'll pay like, you know, it's like $40-$45 or like someone will be $30 an hour, you know what I'm saying? So I'm paying these guys for that. So like, can you imagine having like a 12-hour session on your own? Just
a lot of cheese, bro.
It's a lot getting thrown out like that. And for what? For like a stream that's not gonna, you know, recover all that money? It's not. You know, but at the same time, it's like if I invest in myself, for example, save some money, you know, to be able to, you know, buy a laptop, you know, instead of going to the studio and paying so much. You know what I'm saying? I can reinvest that. For example, here's a perfect example. People right now with this whole virus thing, for example, instead of investing, what they should be investing in is like at least a filter. You know what I'm saying? Like a filter instead of taking all these water bottles. You know what I'm saying? Like so much plastic going around. Why don't you just go buy a filter and just fill up your water with an actual gallon? You know, like an actual gallon. Dude. You spend more money with everything that you're buying for. Like when you can just get a filter and then, dude, like in the long run, you're not spending much. And you're getting a full gallon. You know what I'm saying? So with me, it's like the same thing. It's like, yo, I'm going to the studio, I'm doing this. It's like, I love working in the studio. It's a nice environment. If, you know, once like here and there would be, you know, cool. But if I'm not like I'm paying too much for something, you know what I'm saying? Or like, for example, you know, like it's in my car. I don't know my car's gonna break down. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's certain situations where like you just need to have like another source of income. But for the ones that don't have another source of income, I would just start off by saying you have to save your money before you're able to like invest in yourself. And it's like at the moment I have a tactic which is basically from your check, or like if you want to start off, they say that I don't know how much you guys are winning. I'm not sure if it's a lot or if it's or if it's a little bit. But just to start off, if you are, let's say you're making bank, but you don't have $20 in your pocket by your next paycheck, then there's a problem. You know, just off the back. And then there's
that's a big ass problem.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So okay, like I got $2,000 in a week. All right, cool. But the following week you're waiting, and then you don't have those $20. I'm like, oh shit, what am I gonna do? So what are you doing with your money? You know what I'm saying? Save some of that money. For example, I'll just say, for like myself, for example, me and my woman, like we end up from our checks, we take a certain, certain amount. At first, we started for like just like $20-$25 or whatever. You know, I used to suck at saving. I would be out, dude, like always buying new shoes. You know what I'm saying? New clothes. You know what I'm saying? Just all the time. I have to money to do it. But then like once it came to a point where I'm like, yo, like I can't even enjoy my money anymore. You know what I'm saying? I can't, like, I don't have that anymore. And I'm just, just living paycheck by paycheck by paycheck. That thing, for the ones that know, it's stressful, man. It's stressful to be waiting for your paycheck. Because the thing is, like, we're speeding off our life. Because, man, because the weekend's here, oh, man, it's dope. And then, oh, wait, but I get paid bi-weekly, though. So I don't have money for the next week. Oh man, what am I doing? I'm staying home. I gotta improvise, or what am I doing?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, it came to a point where I just told myself I can't just be stuck in this position waiting paycheck by paycheck by paycheck by paycheck. It's stressful. So I just decided to save money on the side. That's something we have. On side with my woman, we have money saved on the side, but also have money saved on my end as well. You know what I mean? So I'm saving that, and then now with the new Robinhood thing, I'm like, hey, you know what? I have money to invest now. I got money. I've saved enough money to invest.
Right.
So now I can start buying stocks. Wow. But how long did it take though? Took a while. Yeah, it took a while. But it's just a habit. We were talking about that earlier as well with the, like a lot of habits. I'm 25 years old, and to change habits of that, of just spending and spending and spending and spending, it's up to a point where it's like, yo, like I remember I was making more money when I was a kid. You know, I was a lot smarter when I was a kid. My parents would give me allowances, and I'd be getting $5 a day. You know, I was fortunate. You know, I was fortunate to get money. Some people didn't get nothing at all. I was fortunate enough. I had a girlfriend during that time as well, and I'm like, man, I'm a young cat. I don't know how to work around my money, but I have to find a way. Because obviously all I was getting was $5. I didn't have a job. I didn't know what to do, right? So what I did is that with my allowance, I started saving it. You know, I would go eat. I'll have my girl making food. You know, or you know, sometimes we'll just, like I said, we'll just go and we'll spend something small. Now I'll go to McDonald's and get like a, you know, like a chicken sandwich, and then she'll get something else too, and we'll be set. Right. It's like $5 being spent, okay? And it's like sometimes it wasn't even that. You know, we'll just go home and we'll relax. But by the whole month, if you talk about it, you know, there's 5 days, right? So I was getting $5 a day. That's 25, right?
$100 a month.
$100 a month, and I was able to have like at least have 80 in my pocket.
Okay.
80 in my pocket,
right.
And I wasn't even working for it. So with that same mentality is when I, you know, I took a second to, you know, just like I guess to just reevaluate myself as a person, and just think, I'm not saving a lot of money. I'm living paycheck by paycheck. I've, you know, 20 cents, I even hit a debt, you know, because of all the stupid spending I did. But now it's like, whoa, I feel a lot lighter because of the decisions I've been making. I don't have to go buy, you know, some brand new cakes. Look, I only can look. Like I would always say for you to go get something if it's gonna be like long lasting. Like I bought these boots, dude, and these are gonna last me like years.
How long did you buy them?
These I bought them not too long ago, but I had a pair like, dude, a while back, and these lasted me like years. I'm talking about like years till they were busted. But it's just, these were durable.
Those are Doc Martens.
Yeah, dude, it's like the durable. So shout out to Doc Marten, man, because shout out to Doc Marten for real, man.
Dude, their stuff is heavy.
It's cool. It's cool, bro. But all in all, going back, it's just like, I feel like if you're gonna invest, it has to be something good, something that's gonna last.
You know, think long term, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Don't think short term.
Just like, I guess that's another thing too. For people who are buying stocks, like I would say that another thing too is just like let's do the Warren Buffett technique. You know, take your time. You know, it's more of the long run instead of just the short term. Some people want to make money fast, but no, wait.
I don't think
that's the way.
There's only a few people that can make fast money, and I don't recommend that lane.
For sure, you know
what I mean?
For sure, because it might cost you.
It costs you more, big time,
a lot.
Bro. Your freedom,
a lot.
Sorry, bro. Yeah, your freedom, bro. Because honestly, bro, it's one thing to lose your cash, but it's another thing to lose your freedom.
For sure. For sure.
In every way possible, bro.
Yeah.
Because the moment you become a felon, you become a second-class citizen, bro.
Yeah.
In our entire way of life.
Yeah, I agree.
You come out the prison. I mean, if you come out the pen, bro, you're gonna have trouble finding jobs.
Yeah.
Right. Once you do get those jobs, they're gonna discriminate against you, and they have their right to do so.
Yeah, definitely.
Right.
Definitely.
And society as a whole is going to discriminate against you, right?
Yeah.
And it's all because of a choice that you decided to make.
Definitely.
Right?
Definitely.
So I would say, guys, be very careful. Guys, hey, money feels good, but you got to be real smart with how you go ahead and you decide to do that.
Definitely.
I want to know why they call you Elvin Roses.
Elvin Roses. Okay.
Where does the name come from? How did it originate?
All right, well, look, the name Elvin Roses comes from, that's a question I get asked all the time. I'm glad you asked. It's like, dude, why is it Elvin Roses? Why is it Elvin Roses? I'm like, well, it's Elvin Roses is, for one, as simple as it is, I just love roses. I love roses. I like how they smell, how they look, you know? It's beautiful. Like I said, like of a sense of love, you can give, you know, the roses. When someone passes away, you can also give roses. There's, you know, there's different types of way that you can give roses.
Friendly roses,
you know,
loving roses.
Every
color roses.
Every color rose, and it's beautiful. You know what I'm saying? But it's just the fact that, I love roses, but also my name is Elvin Flores for the ones that don't know. You know, so.
Yeah, I got the same last name, by the way, guys.
Yeah, primo right here, you know. So yeah, I mean, look, my name is Elvin Flores. But I just wanted to combine the names together, but it also came from an environment of just, I was inspired by this lady. Actually, she's actually more of a family member to me. She ended up being, she was this lady from church, but she Dude, she was almost in my house almost every day. She was almost like a tia to me. You know what I mean? She was almost there. She had like, she had diabetes, and she was holding on to that. And then she would go to her dialysis, you know, or like she'll do that. But what was crazy was that, she went years surviving. She would always go to the doctor, you know, and she'd come back. She had a bunch of shots in her arm, you know. I'm seeing her like that, but she was always doing her thing. But what caught my attention about her though was that she was a singer, and she used to love singing at church, bro. I'm talking about she used to love singing. Dude, like her voice was so beautiful. She would sing like, you know, like a bunch of mariachi songs, and she had like a voice, man. She was strong.
Can you do mariachi?
Oh nah, man, I can't do it. But if y'all want me to, hey, you know, next album, I got you. I got you.
It has to be a demand for it.
Yeah, exactly. If not, I can't. But no, she was great. She was awesome, man. And then like sometimes I remember outside the church, the people who would be outside, you know, just listening to her, you know, just sing. She had such a beautiful voice. But like in her last days, she was in the hospital, and even then it was crazy to say, but she was still singing her heart out. I remember being there with her in like hospital bed. She's like, hey, you know what? Like, I don't feel like eating. I don't feel like doing anything, but I got a song for you guys before you guys leave, because I know you guys gotta leave in a little bit. She starts singing, laying back. She's singing her lungs out. We're over here. Some people are crying because she's there singing, but it's just like her voice slowly was, you know, it's going away. But her effort, her passion, you know, she was always singing. She was always with that, like music for her was life. She loved the music. She just enjoyed the hell out of the music. And then just through her testimony, I mean, just in general, she was an example. I mean, I remember she was going to church and she was giving out to the kids. She would always buy food for the kids. She barely made a living. She would like instead of everyone giving in, she would be the one doing all the work. You know, she'd be giving back to the kids. She'd be buying them food. She'd be setting up presents for them for Christmas. She'll be, you know, for every birthday, she'll be giving them something. You know what I'm saying? Like it was nice. It was beautiful to see her work, you know, in church and still be able to give back to, you know, to everyone around. It was nice. Whenever you wanted some advice, she'll give you some advice. But like the biggest inspiration, you know, that caught my attention was just the fact that since I'm so musically inclined, she was too. And the fact that even in her dying days, she was still able to still sing her lungs out, you know, and she passed away also singing. You know what I mean? So just for her to have that passion in her, to always have that in her, you know, she was always passionate about music, and that's something that I just took, you know. So like, if I want to talk about any music inspiration in general, like, it'd be her. But her name was Rosa as well, you know. So like, her name was Rosa, and it was crazy because just her name stood out to me the most, you know. So I just, you know, combined her name as being, pues hermana Rosa, or, you know, or Tia Rosa, and then combined that name of Rosa to, you know, to my last name, which is Flores, and then just, you know, I just came as Roses in English. So I just combined those two together, my last name and hers, you know, her name, and then made, yeah, I'm just basically Elvin Roses, you know, the guy you're talking to right now, and that's basically who I am. I was inspired through an older lady who was passionate about music the same way I'm passionate about music, and I'm not gonna stop doing my music till the day I die the same way she's doing it. So that's basically how I got my name, and I'm gonna rep it. You know, whether it be, you know, like here, whether it be over there, whether it be just like, it doesn't matter where I'm at. Like, that's just something I'll be known for. Just, you know, like that person who was able to give it all.
Absolutely.
Just want to leave it on the table for you right there, you know.
Beautiful. Would you be willing to give us like a little acapella like sample? You don't have to, of
like
course.
an acapella sample.
Or I can find like some royalty free like beats on YouTube that you might want to like I don't know, play over.
Oh, I'll tell you one thing.
Yeah.
'Cause I'm still getting better at this, you know what I'm saying? Because I just speak things out of my head, and it's just gonna come out randomly, you know what I'm saying? But I actually got something going on. Hopefully this thing comes out a lot sooner or whatever. But I have a song dropping.
When can they expect to hopefully be able to by the latest period? How about that?
Okay, so to check this out, this Friday I'm dropping a song.
Okay.
And the thing is that it's gonna go based on votes. It's gonna go based on votes from everybody. Everybody, you know what I'm saying? So there's 2 people that are on right now, which is Roke and myself, from True Coast, and just basically it's gonna go based on just like the people's vote. So you're gonna get to vote exactly what song you want to hear. And if you guys want to hear my song, or I want to hear something come out of me which is different, I highly recommend for you guys to go into the True Coast page, and click at exactly the post. I will be posting around Wednesday or so. So if you're available by that time, or if it's even out by that time, if it's not, it's okay. But if you're able to have that out, you know, or just take the time to actually go and actually click on that, I'll recommend voting. And if you guys want to listen to me, well, I'm Elvin Roses. If you guys like what you heard, you guys can check me out on True Coast page. Also follow me at also at Elvin Roses, and you guys can hear my music there as well. I have a link in the bio with everybody I have, and also you guys can search up the 77 Lifestyle, which I also have music. Which the band is in hiatus right now, unfortunately, but we will be dropping very, very soon. So I will have that out for you.
Definitely. If there's something like a final thing you want the audience to know, either about you or in general, maybe like some practical advice that they can leave with and say, like, you know what, I can use this, I can apply this, and I can be a better person leaving today.
I feel last thing to leave out with you guys would probably be get out of your comfort zone.
Ooh.
Get out of your comfort zone. Get out of your comfort zone. Yo, like, not to scare you or anything, but I kind of woke up with a little sore throat today in the morning. You know, woke up with a sore throat. I was debating. I'm like, man, should I even go up to this dude? Like, cause it's like, I don't know if you're gonna be paranoid. Like, oh, this guy got a sore throat, man. Oh man, like, you know, I want him to stay away from me or whatever. So I'm thinking, should I just tell him, you know, like, I can't show up? But it's also me. I'm like, yo, like I can wear a mask if I want, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, like, I can still show up and talk to you. But there's certain things that, like, I guess we want to do that, like, we're scared to do. You know what I'm saying? For, you know, for like, okay, you know, for example, myself with the music, at some point I had to decide to make the option to make the music. You know? I guess what I'm trying to say in short is, like, just don't talk about it, just do it. You know, just don't talk about it, just do it. Go straight at it. And I guarantee you, like, once you actually just change that mindset, you'll be able to do whatever you like. And I'm telling you because of the fact that you just gotta believe in yourself. And if you don't, dude, just jump in the pool and try it. Just try it, because you don't know. Dude, these guys from Jackass, man. I'm telling you, like, these guys are crazy for like, as comedians, right? But they're out there risking their life and their body just because for your entertainment.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not even saying doing that, but the fact that they're able to do that, and like, I can't even get up and like stretch for a little bit.
Right.
Yo, just do something with your life. If you want to be a doctor, okay, then go study and be a doctor. If you just want to be a person who can just help out the community, go and help out the community. It starts with these little things, just a start. You know, we don't have the answers to everything, you know, and obviously you're gonna struggle through your whole process. There's obviously, like, you gotta love the journey. You gotta fall in love with it, of course. If you fall, it's like riding a bike. You're gonna fall and you gotta, just get back on and just keep, just keep riding your bike. But also, like, keep going back to that same thing. If you want to do something, just do it. Just stop talking about it and start living it. As simple as that. And as well, it's also beautiful to be here again. I'm happy to be here again. It's unfortunate that the last video wasn't, like, able to come out. There was a lot of talks as well, very similar to, certain things, but also new things came out. I got to know you a little better as well this time, and like, I hope you learned something from me as well. This is awesome. Like I would love to come back. I highly recommend everybody to, to watch this whole podcast. This thing is nice. Like, I'm talking about, it's genuine. You don't gotta put up a front. You don't gotta act like anything. Just be yourself. You can actually sit down and talk. Dude, like, look, we're just chilling right here, like, with our waters, where we're talking. I feel comfortable, man. It's a nice place, nice environment, and it's good to, at least, like, it's more like, I like to call it, it's more of a therapy. You know what I'm saying? Like, sometimes I feel like I can't, like, talk, but then look, I'm here, and I felt like I was able to get, some of the things that I'm not able to talk about. Sometimes, like, I stumble over my words. There's a lot that comes on my mind. I'm a quick thinker, so I have all these, like, all these ideas that come in left and right. Yeah. But it's just the fact that I'm able to express that with you and sit down with you and talk to you, man. It's a pleasure, bro.
I'm a big fan of quick thinking people because it pushes me. You know what I'm saying? I'm not the fastest thinker or the fastest talker. I can try to speed it up sometimes, but the ones that really sometimes annoy me a little bit are the people that talk really slow. I have something to tell you. You know what I'm saying? And you're like, fucking tell me, bro.
Dude.
Tell me, man. Hey, man, that's a big compliment, man. Thank you so much for sharing that with me. And like comparing this to therapy, I always compare it to therapy. and for it to have like a very similar impact on you, man, definitely. It means the world to me, man. It really means that I'm doing the right thing with this, and you know. You obviously saw it, you heard it, it impacted you, you're here today, we connected, we're learning from each other, we're pushing our human consciousness.
For sure.
My supporters are seeing you, your supporters are seeing me, and at the end of the day, man, the collaboration is genuine, you know, and the show is very genuine, and it's been genuine from the start. Thank you so much for saying that you can be yourself, you know, because
definitely
you can only achieve greatness when you are yourself, right? Because if you're trying so hard to be like Kanye West, you're not Kanye West.
No, of course not.
Right? And you're gonna fail drastically because he is who he is and you are who you are. And if you focus on being yourself, man, that's really all we can do. Man, Elvin, Roses, thank you so much for coming over today, man, supporting the podcast, being yourself, loving life, man, and keep fighting the good fight, man.
Yes, sir. Yes,
and
sir.
You know what, man, we'll stay connected, man. We'll hang out and we'll do stuff like that.
Definitely, man. This is something I would enjoy, honestly, because it's like you actually growing. Like it's crazy. Because a while back, I think I actually spoke to you about this. You know, you had your anniversary of your first. Dude, it was your first show. I'm like, yo, how does it feel? Oh, see, it's funny, man. You know, now I'm asking the questions, right? And it's like, no, it's crazy, but I was like, how does it feel, you know, to be able to just to meet all these other people, you know, and actually make these connections? How good does that make you feel? You know what I'm saying? Because people come here and they sit down and they get to talk to you. You know what I'm saying? Some people don't even get acknowledged. You know what I mean? And then it's like you're pulling out people from everywhere. Like that one dude from Miso. Wait, is it East Los or not?
Which one?
But it was Chorizo guy, man.
Oh, he's from Pacoima. From
Pacoima. Dude, shout out to that guy, man.
Right?
Shout out to that guy.
Right?
Real talk.
Chauncey, man, you better be watching this, man.
Chauncey, dude, real talk, man. For real. Like, if you want to use any of our tracks, bro, you know, you're more than available, man. Honestly, though, shout out to these people, man. I've seen a few of your shows, and I like the way you connect and the way you talk to these people. Some people come in here, and it's crazy to see all the different personalities, though.
Right.
That to me is like, yo.
Of course, right?
It's crazy, but the fact that you should come here if you get the it's the invitation to come on the show.
For sure.
If you ever do that, it's a nice environment, you know. Like I can just tell you that. Like right now, like I'm just chilling, but it's just I feel really comfortable being here. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like you're a great host, man. You everything is working the way you want it to be, even if you don't see it. But your audience is gonna see it. You know what I'm saying? I'll tell you that. My people know for sure. I have nothing to hide. This is a real me, and this is real talk right now.
It's a real me too.
It's real talk.
You know,
so
I don't have to pretend to really be anything that I'm not. I just pull up with myself, man. I obviously invite people into the comfort of my home.
Yeah,
and that itself is a big thing, right? Because you can't always just trust people, but at the same time, like you can't get anything without risk.
Definitely.
You know, so I mean, there's a risk taking in pretty much everything, right?
Definitely.
So. Man, inspired, man.
Thank
you for ending on that note, man. It's all love, real talk.
It's all love, my boy.
And dog, we need more of this to share with each other and share with other people.
It won't be our last time. I mean, hopefully, I'm back sooner than you guys think. I would love to see this video, and then a year later coming back. And just seeing where I'm at, and to be able to talk to you guys and see how my life's going as well, you know.
Yeah.
Because this is kind of like, honestly, it's very similar to that Joe Rogan experience. You know what I'm saying? Like you're sitting down and you're just talking, bro. You're just talking it up, you're chopping it up, and it's dope. So this is a nice experience, and I appreciate you for having me on the show. There's also Drippy Faucet Media. Guys, if you're not following, make sure you guys follow. Real talk, it's a good show.
Thank you so much, brother.
Appreciate you.
And guys. like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. I'll catch you guys next time. Love you.
There you go.
See ya.
Love.